This is Matthew Kratter's Bitcoin University. Today I want to answer the question, is Bitcoin dead in the water? This would seem to be the implication from Lawrence McDonald, pointing out that Bitcoin has been at 62,000 or around there for most of 2024, and it hasn't gone up from October of 2021 and April of 2021 when it was at the same price. Inflation and prices up 30% since 2021. So basically saying that Bitcoin is treading water. Perhaps Lawrence is someone we should listen to. He's a very important person who gets camera crews who come into his office to ask him his opinion. And he's also a New York Times best-selling author. He's a risk consultant to hedge funds, and he's one of Wall Street's most respected financial experts. He's made more than 1,400 media appearances. I think if you have to tell other people how highly respected you are, you're probably not. But his idea of listening to when markets speak, I think, is a good one. Let's listen to what Bitcoin is telling us. Bitcoin is telling us that this is a very bullish market, that this is an asset that goes up a lot over time. I like how Matt Dines responded to Lawrence's tweet, pointing out the Bitcoin road to nowhere, that Bitcoin in November of 2013 and then much of 2014 and much of 2015 and much of 2016 was stuck at $500. Very similar to what we've been seeing with Bitcoin trading in the 60,000s for so long. I think another response to Lawrence would be to point out that most people enter Bitcoin through dollar cost averaging. So if we take April of 2021, which was his earliest date, and take it up to yesterday, we can see that if you invested just $10 on a weekly basis into Bitcoin, you spent $1,780. It's now worth $3,100. That's a return on investment of 79.52%, which even a risk analyst like Lawrence could see has outperformed and protected you from inflation. One of the nice things about dollar cost averaging is it imposes this discipline of buying fewer sats when the fiat price is higher, because you're always buying a fixed fiat amount of Bitcoin, and then you end up buying more sats when the fiat price of Bitcoin is lower, thus giving you a lower fiat cost basis for your whole position. In addition to dollar cost averaging into Bitcoin, it's important to hodl that Bitcoin instead of trading in and out. As Jack Bogle used to say about the stock markets, it's really time in the market that beats timing the market. This is something similar to what we heard in Reminiscences of a Stock Operator, which is a great book if you haven't read it. After spending many years in Wall Street and after making and losing millions of dollars, I want to tell you this: it was never my thinking that made the big money for me. It was always my sitting. And this was something that Charlie Munger used to always say about sitting on his ass, is how he made the most money. I like this clip from Michael Saylor as well, which Vivek has sampled here. Trading Bitcoin is a sign of lesser intellect. This points out why it's so important to spend time in the Bitcoin market rather than jumping in and out.
This is a 30-year chart of returns on the S&P index. And this chart tells you that if you missed one day, there's one day every year when 85%, 90% of all of the gains come. One day. And there are 36 hours a year when all investment return takes place. So in 365 days, nothing happens 99.5% of the time. This is why we have the laser eyes. This is why we say hodl. Because, and I have said before, trading Bitcoin is a sign of lesser intellect.
Michael Saylor has another good analogy when it comes to people looking at Bitcoin's price and thinking, oh, this is too high. How could I pay this much? There's something similar, I imagine, that went on with New York City and buying a city block in 1776. People probably saying this place has a good harbor, but that's it. Nothing very special about New York or Manhattan, the island. 1876, oh no, I'm too late. 1976, oh no, I'm too late. Manhattan real estate is too expensive. You're not too late. There are people who haven't even been born yet who will be buying New York real estate and buying Bitcoin, which is a much better investment 25 years from now, in order to protect their hard-earned money from the ravages of inflation. And you have to understand how much more than $60,000 per coin they will be paying. The price of Bitcoin, its volatility, creates some very strange effects on humanity. At 16,000 at the bottom of the bear market in November of 2021, it was complete crickets. No one wanted to talk about Bitcoin. At 73,000 in March of 2024, just a few months ago, I got endless texts, DMs, comments asking, am I too late to buy? I'm panicking. I don't know what to do. Today it's really crickets again, which is strange. But I think it's important that people realize what the Bitcoin hodling journey is like. It's like feeling like a genius for about 9 months out of the 4-year cycle. You get to walk down the street feeling like a god, looking down on everyone else. You're like that guy in Limitless, in the movie Limitless, after he just pops some NZT 48. And then you spend the rest of the 4-year cycle feeling like a complete schmuck or bored out of your mind, as Lawrence clearly is, pointing out that Bitcoin's stuck at 62,000. This is really the hodling journey, so you might as well get used to it now, because in a few months or sooner, Bitcoin is going to blast to new all-time highs. The Fed money printer, the macro, everything points towards this. Bitcoin is going to blast to new all-time highs very soon. Then the frantic comments, the texts, the DMs will resume, asking me if they've missed the boat. Should I buy now? Should I wait for a pullback? Am I too late? And my advice then will be the same as my advice is today. You should just dollar cost average into Bitcoin, and you should keep studying it all the time, because if you make a large lump sum investment into Bitcoin without having done the research, done the thinking, done the work, I can guarantee that you will get shaken out at the worst possible time and will have a very bad experience. And to the Lawrence McDonalds of the world, here's my message. Be careful what you wish for. When you say, come on, do something, Bitcoin will indeed come and do something to you. Good news, Simply Bitcoin channel is back on YouTube. It's been restored by YouTube, so very happy for everyone there. This is a good reminder, though, that you should follow me and follow Simply Bitcoin as well on multiple channels. I'm on Twitter, I'm on Nostr, I'm on Odyssey, and of course I'm on YouTube. You should also check out my email list in case I were to be deplatformed from all these platforms. This is a way that you and I could stay in touch. So I'll put a link to this in the description notes below, as well as the pinned comment. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit the subscribe and like buttons. Hit the notification bell if you want to be notified when I publish my next video. And let me know your questions and comments in the comment section below. Thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.